Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Mo Stories. I'm your host, Motar Fawahimi. I'm here to meet up with one of my good friends. He's a coach at Skyline High School for the girls basketball team. They made it this year to the states and fell short. So in his third year, he won. I was going to say defensive player. You don't play.
Hey, stop it! I was a lockdown. Oh shit!
In his third year, he won Coach of the Year, which I'm so happy for him for. It's a quick accomplishment. So I hope he furthers his career in coaching here at Skyline and turn the program all the way around. So I'm here to catch up with him, see if he can give me a rundown of his past season. So here it is. Here he is, Coach of the Year, Charles Hundle.
What's up, brother?
What's up,
How are
brother?
you doing, young
How you
man?
doing,
Yes,
man?
sir. Blessed, man. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Always, always.
Yes, sir.
Well, my first thing I want to tell you is congratulations on your Coach of the Year.
Thank you.
I know you're very detail-oriented when it comes to coaching.
Yes, sir.
I've known you over the years. Yeah, we joke a lot about playing and trash talk each other.
100%.
However, when we get off on the side, when we come off the court to the side, you were always talking basketball.
Yes, sir.
So was coaching always in your plan?
Coaching was always in my plans. I've been coaching since I was probably my kids were in diapers, all rolling around Aylor. That was my first gig, Aylor Middle School.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to open up the gym. Actually, the crazy thing is the older guys used to come up and play, and I would just make my kids sit and watch how basketball is being played, because kids, they just want to go play. They don't never just watch it and understand it. And so you guys would come in there and be talking. I'd be like, listen to them talking, listen to their communication, listen to their space, look at their space and look at all the different things. Yeah. So from a young age, what was that? I guess 22, 23, I started coaching, and man, God's just been good ever since then.
Do you ever want to go back to playing? Because I know you play periodically, but do you ever consider going back to full time? Of course, we're not going to play 5 days a week.
For
but
sure.
You know what we mean.
For sure.
Full time.
No, I get pride in watching my kids now. You know, developing them. I get to play through them, and more and let them play, but also make sure I'm guided in the right way. So now it's not in my DNA no more. I get hurt just walking now, but nah, man. Coaching that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's great. I always applaud you guys that play and can still play, but choose to coach, because that's a lot of patience. You can't step foot on the court. You just gotta trying to reach the players with words and encouragement.
Yes, sir.
That's a good thing. I'm happy for you, man.
But I will bust my teeth. And any of these girls that I coach or guys, I always got to step out there for a little bit, let them know I ain't no slump. So don't get it twisted.
Your brother Bobby, he's a coach at Aylor, right?
Yes, Aylor. Girls.
Yeah. How much influence does he have on you? Because I know you've been coaching longer than he has, but I know y'all communication is real tight. So how much influence does he have on you coaching-wise?
Man, so much. That's big bro. I respect everything that he says and does. I value people that tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Yeah. And so he is very consistent on, even if it's something in the moment I'm like, I feel a type of way, he'll tell me I'm wrong. If with my kids or my girls or whatever, I should have did this, could have did that. So, I value that when I talk to coaches, is them being just straight up. But Bobby, he's a tremendous coach. He's one that's going to become, I know whenever the time comes and he wants a head coach job, he's going to be phenomenal. But yeah, I value his opinion a lot, because he knows basketball.
Who's the better player when you guys used to play? Or do you want to plead the fifth?
Nah, actually, here's what I'll say.
Oh, there you go.
He was a shooter, and he could shoot lights out, and so I just did not understand how he could shoot like that. But
what do you mean? He worked.
Nah, listen. It's just something about that mid-range. And actually, that's where I value my game off of, honestly, was him, because that mid-range shot, it's missed. It's an art, and so that's what I try to get my players to understand now. Yeah. Just take that mid-range shot. Everything don't got to be a layup or a three. Utilize that mid-range. But who was better? I would say he was a better shooter. As far as a better scorer, I was a better scorer. I would say.
Oh, man.
Hey, don't kill me, Bobby.
Hey, that's what he said. I know you got two brothers, and one sister?
2 sisters, yes, sir.
Two sisters. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Did you guys used to battle a lot
Oh
as
my
kids?
gosh, my brother Bobby got both his wrists broken because we were playing basketball. My other brother got mad and pushed him, and he came back and landed on his wrist. I mean,
He was always
fragile. I mean,
Mine was flopping.
Yeah, LeBron fan, yes sir. He learned from the best. But even my sister, I remember us. We would be putting hands on each, like we would go at it. She would throw a ball at us, scratching us. We would, but those is what made us. And you know, Brianna, she played soccer at. She only played soccer for 2 years, her junior year and her senior year. Yeah. She was a goalie, and she got a scholarship at Shepherd University. I think that all that stems from the wars that we had. We didn't treat her like a girl. We treat her like anybody else hooping with us. And so it built that grit into her. So, yeah, man, we battle. Yes, sir.
Because Bree used to come to Aylor.
100%. Yes, she would. Yes,
and she
sir.
wasn't shooting jumpers either. She was coming in.
She was coming in, did not care if you're a boy, whatever. No, not at all.
That's great, because that does help you when you get older. It's like the toughness you build at home.
100%.
Yeah, that'll take you a long way.
You got to. It's got to be a healthy, in a healthy way. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember one of those days we was playing 2K, and you had lost. I took a picture of you and posted it on Facebook, and me and Deco, we going back and forth, and Bree comes on there.
Oh no, you can't talk about the brothers. Hey, listen, hey, that's little sister, but she's like, I'm big sis. She don't play.
None of the jokes. Stop talking about my brother, and I said, yeah, I can respect that.
Hey, man. She still does it till today. I'm like, Brianna, I'm a grown man. She's like, I don't care. I don't care. But I love her to death.
Yeah, she's not playing, man.
Not at all.
She's not playing. That's my dog. She helped me with my very, very first tournament.
Really?
Yeah, the whole from 11 to 7. She
okay.
The clock.
That's dope. Yes, sir.
Great,
yes,
man.
sir.
Big
she has a good
out,
heart.
Bree.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, sir.
You're appreciated.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go back to coaching for a second. You coached at KOP.
Yes, sir.
I know you talk about KOP a lot. How did that prepare you for the next level of coaching?
Oh man, Unique Hoops, man. That was some fun times.
Unique Hoops, you're right.
Yeah, but you know, KOP keep on pushing. That's still the model to the day. You got to continue to push. But Unique Hoops prepared me in so many ways by seeing a higher level basketball. You know, Chris is a no tolerance type coach, and so you know, he'll give you the shirt off his back, but when it comes to coaching, you know, he demands. And so not everybody can play for him. And so he understands that if you're just here just to, you know, play basketball, we got programs for that. But if you're trying to actually get a future in basketball, then he has to be a certain way. And so, you know, it prepared me in that avenue because he used to get on me all the time, like, you got to take it more serious. And, you know, me being a younger guy, I'm like, man, I am taking it serious. I got a little middle school championship, like, man, like, and he's like, that bullshit. Yes, I was. He's like, that bullshit don't matter. He's like, you got to read more. You got to watch more basketball. He's like, you got to, you know, study it. And so, you know, shout out to Chris, man. You know, the one thing I will say about him is he's always going to coach at a high level, but he's not going to meet you here. You got to come meet him there if you want to play at a high level. But like I said, I've seen a lot of high level basketball going to tournaments and stuff. So respect, man. He's taught me a lot.
Knows basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
I like what he's doing at Unique Hoops.
I love what he's doing. Yeah.
Well, I saw it start from I think 2012.
When he started?
Yeah.
2009 or 2011. I'm sorry, 2011. Yep, 2011.
Now, what is it like?
No, I'm sorry, 2009. I came on at 2011. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I know he's been doing it for a long time.
Yep.
Which is a great thing for the community.
For sure.
So when you took over Skyline girls basketball, what were some of your biggest challenges starting off? Because I say challenges because you have 4 boys.
For sure. Yes, sir.
And you're coaching girls. So what was that? What was the big challenge you faced early on?
The biggest thing is it's the other things, not basketball. It was, you know, getting them. Well, let's first talk about Skyline and the whole Front Royal. The culture wasn't on the girls' side. Was just If we get 500, that's a win. If we aren't 500, then we'll just try again next year. There was no winning culture to this. And so I didn't start the winning culture here. It actually started with, the Phil Chuns, the Billy Logans, bringing these group of girls together and, keeping them together, molding them, because we never had a group of girls that just came through here that focus mainly on basketball. And so building that culture. But the hardest parts it's the other things, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the problems that they're facing on their day-to-day life. There's a lot of things that, us as adults were like, y'all just kids, you don't got none. No, kids go through a lot. So it's the mental aspect of it. So that was the biggest thing coaching girls from coaching guys was I had to build a relationship first with them. I couldn't just start talking basketball because they're not going to receive it. I had to build a relationship first and really get them to understand that I do care, but it still is a job, and basketball is a business. So
They're paying everybody now.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
You gotta treat
Yes,
it
sir.
like a business. Even at this age.
For sure.
I don't like it, but
for sure.
That's just what.
And I guess that's what Unique Hoops even taught me too, is that basketball is a business. Some people play basketball, they train it just to do it, or they coach us because they're kids. But when you're really investing into the basketball world, you got to treat this thing like a business. Like you said, now you got money just for college now. It's not just trying to get to the NBA overseas. You could go make money in college now, and anybody should never be worried about wins and losses here. You should be worried about getting your kids into school. So I treat everything as far as every little thing we do, from how we dress, how we talk, how we move, everything. It has to be professional because you never know who's watching.
And people gonna pay their money to who they see fit.
For sure, yes, sir.
There's a lot of good coaches, good players, good trainers, good everything.
For sure.
It just takes one mistake, like
yes, sir.
You're not dressed professionally, you don't speak right, or you're too aggressive, too laid back.
Yes, sir.
There's so many things.
It's so many.
Yeah, you just gotta do the best you can and be as professional as you can.
And people don't realize coaches don't look at you when you pick this basketball up and trying to go score. They're looking at you before the game starts, after the game starts, warm-ups. You may be thinking that you're just talking to your parents and nobody's around, but that coach is following you, watching your interactions with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, with your coaches. So
you're not playing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So when you get out the game, did you dap your teammates up, or did you come over here and pal? If your coach is growling at you a little bit, are you eye contacting and understanding, or you have bad body language? So it's all.
Everything is so detailed now, man.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like me growing up playing on teams, if you check out, before the game, everybody was already on the same page.
Sure.
We still interacted during the game,
100%.
encouraged and all that
100%.
stuff. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yes, sir.
You
right.
didn't look at a player different. If somebody was the best player on our team and he gets subbed out the game and he runs to the bench, or maybe he's fatigued and starts to walk and he just puts his head down walking at that. Some of us that know him is like, all right.
Yeah, that's just him right now.
It's not a big, but now, all that.
Social media, that killed all that, man.
Because people can really record, take a picture, and create their own narrative.
Whatever narrative they want. And you can get little bits and pieces, and you don't have to, you can miss the whole 10 minutes of what happened, but then get that last 5 seconds, and everybody remembers that 5 seconds. So, social media it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. So what would you describe, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
How would you describe your coaching style?
I'm a very aggressive coach.
Bobby, right?
Hey, I was about to say, if you ask me.
Not that far.
There's been time.
You can't get that far with Bobby, man.
Then I guess I'm a hurley there. Here's the thing with me. I have this motto, and the girls understand this, and they know preseason, I'm all chill and relaxed, but we're working. I can be laughing, I can joke, we can be a little bit more laid back, but the work's going to happen. That first day when season starts, it's everything's a standard, and so then that standard's what that standard is, and so I will growl, I will yell, I will scream, I will crash out. Those are times where, and it's not after the first time I tell you something. If I tell you something 3-4 times and you're still not doing, or you're choosing it, that's a decision you're making now that you just don't want to listen to what I need. And so I tell my kids all the time, you got 2 options. I can either growl or I can just sit you. If I growl at you and you can respond to it, then you can stay in that game and we can continue to move. If I see that growling is getting you down, then I just won't growl, then I'll just come sit you. And then your mood is still going to be down because now you're like, coach is sitting me. Well, you can't have it both ways as a player, that you want a coach to be one way with you, but you will never adapt to a coach's style too. And so my coach's style, but then, like I said, beginning of the season, boom. Once we start getting towards that middle, I start easing back. Now it's y'all season. I got to now let y'all grow so you're not looking at me the whole time. Then when we get towards the end of the season, I'm all hands off. Now I live and die whatever you guys need. Now there'll be adjustments. There'll be some, I'm excited. It's more of energy when we get to them games than it is growling. But everything towards the end is not about me no more. I gave y'all all the tools you need to be successful. If it's a decision that y'all make not to, be a team and follow through what we've been doing, then that's on y'all. But yeah, I'm an aggressive coach.
Hey, I got y'all to the state.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah. I guess that's the one. I wish I probably would have been a little bit more. If I could look back at something that I could have done a little bit differently, it would have been kept my foot on the pedal that longer towards the end. By the time we were winning, we got a little comfortable. And so we got comfortable. Now, don't get me wrong, that Abbott team, they got a girl that's going to NC State. She's phenomenal. They got, they're a phenomenal team. But I felt like we could have played and prepared a lot better. So, and if I would have growled a little bit more, maybe, but maybe not. But at that point, it's too late. They wouldn't understand if I did. Yeah.
All right. What values are most important to you as a coach?
Faith, family, and then it comes, faith, family, school, and then it comes to basketball. The basketball is the last. You can't do anything with basketball unless, I don't care if you believe in God or whatever you believe, but you got to believe in something. You got to stand for something. Also, too, your family. If I see you acting like this towards your parents, cussing them out or talking to them any type of way, I know you're not going to value me as a coach if you can act like that to your parents. So that's the next thing. Third thing is school. If you can't do what you need to do in school, if you can't get your grades together, if you can't get your behaviors in line, then there's no way when I discipline you on the basketball court, you're going to be able to receive it. So, So those are my values. And like I said, the biggest thing with me is, man, it's not about winning and losing. It's about making sure these kids understand it's all the things when you leave high school. Like, you got to be set up. A lot of kids are like, what do I do? What is this? Do I continue to go? Do I not? My job is to make sure, even if it's not basketball, I continue to help guide you in whatever way that's going to make you guys successful.
Yeah. You're doing a great job, Charles.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, the third year you played for the chip.
Yes, sir.
Nice and early, man. You got to keep it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you handle, because you coaching young ladies, how do you handle conflict between players?
Get them in the room. Get them in the room.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk it out. Figure it out. Let them know that, you got your time right now to figure it out offside the court. We step in between these lines.
Yeah.
All that shit, it's done. Yeah. So you can be mad all you want off this court. You can hate this girl off the court, but you're going to fake it till you make it while you're on this floor, because we're in war. I've never been in war, never been in the Army, but I can only imagine when somebody says, yo, I need my gun, they're not saying it being nice. They're, give me my shit, man. Everything, when the sergeant needs you to do something, it's like, because it's do or die. And so at the end of the day, say again?
I said you don't have time to be
You don't have time to be nice. Yeah. It's a time and a place, but at the end of the day, man, with these girls, you gotta build a relationship, man. That's the most important key to coaching girls. And I even say coaching guys, but even more with girls, because girls will run through that wall. If that wall could be standing there, they're gonna figure out how. They'll keep trying. But if they don't have a relationship with you, nah, they're gonna be like, nah, I don't. I'd rather lose than do whatever you want me to do. So
yeah. Was girls team? Was that your first? Was that the first job you seek, or you just wanted to coach?
That's a great question. So I was at Clark County, and I was an assistant varsity, head JV coach, and that was in 2020, or that was a little bit before 2020, and so then that was 2019. Sorry, and so then I didn't really care about being a head coach. I liked my gig being a JV coach. We had undefeated seasons. I was seeing the development of these girls to help the varsity to where I knew that, all right, by the time they get to this position, then we're going to be in good shape as far as on varsity to get to fight for a ring. So as far as head coaching, it wasn't until about the year before we got to states at Clark County, I was like, all right, I think I am ready to start becoming a head coach. And I did interview for a couple jobs. It was always a no. And so for maybe age, some was like just not ready. Some were just like, you don't have no experience as a head coach. And so it was a lot of no's. And so
you gotta take a chance.
So that's what I thought. And so, but it wasn't until we got the state championship that, and even when I applied for this job, I applied for 2 other jobs, not that year as we got a ring, but that year that we got a ring. I applied for this job, and I honestly didn't get it at first. They gave it to somebody else. Some things happened, and it didn't work out. So then they called me back, and so I tell people all the time, everything's got to happen in God's time. The other positions that I applied for prior to, I'm so glad it didn't happen, man. It's just about the culture and where you're at. Like Front Royal they are very community oriented, but there's a lot of other places you got to fight with a lot of races. You got to fight with a lot of other things. Just to be completely honest with you, here, I never felt any of that. I just felt like Front Royal does things their own way. That I'm like, some things I'm like, I don't get it, but then some things I'm like, I get it. This is what y'all been doing for a long time. But at the end of the day, man, there's been a lot of no's, but God, I just need that one yes.
Yeah. That was one of my mom's favorite quotes. God's time is the best.
Yes, sir.
And I know a lot of things I've tried in my life that I failed used to drive me crazy.
Yes, sir. Same.
And that's always, my mom would sit there and try to analyze things out with me and see how I feel. We can't come to a conclusion.
Yes, sir.
And that's always the last thing she would say, God's time is the best.
For sure. But it is.
Find it out. Yeah, it's the truth.
Because because God will give you what you want if you really, really want it. But don't be upset or mad when it don't work out the way you want it to.
Yeah.
But if God provides it and God moves in that way for you, then you know that everything's going to work out in the best way it's supposed to work out. So
that's the first time I ever talked about my mom.
Really?
Camera.
Oh, just dope.
Kind of got me.
Yes, sir. My bad. Yes, sir.
Nah, you're good.
Yes,
I could talk about her.
For
and
sure.
Be happy. Man.
For sure.
I'm good.
Yes, sir.
So this past season, excuse me.
No, you're good.
This past season, you won Coach of the Year. You had a player win Player of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Camilla Darren.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how good she is.
She's a Tasmania devil for a reason. She is just, if you watch the cartoons back in the day, Tasmania devil just spin around fast, just all over the place, but it's just so chaotic that your head spin, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's who she is to us on the defensive end and also even the offensive end. I never had to be like Camilla, run the one, because we knew in transition, get it out to her in open court. Let her maneuver and do whatever she does, and we'll live and die whatever mistake she makes. But even if she makes a mistake where she misses a read or she doesn't do the right basketball play, she will come back and make it up on defense the very next possession. Like it's time after time after time, and so it's that fine line of letting her know, hey, trust your teammates, but also, Camilla don't, and then she scores. You're like, that's just what she does. That's just what she does. So she is a phenomenal. The biggest thing with her from the last couple years was her left hand. She was struggling to go to the left, and we would always preach like, Camilla, you got to get a left. You got to get a left. But then once it wasn't coming from coaches, coming from like the blogs, it's coming from everywhere else.
Okay, so it got to her.
It got to her, and so then
of social media.
yeah, sir, that's the benefit of it. And so I saw her this year make a point to go to her left hand, and I said, oh, so now when she's catching at the middle and turn to the basket, she got a nice mid range. So if you want to stay back, she's gonna pull. If you step, they keep somebody on the right thinking, oh, she ain't gonna go left. She's going to that left and finish it. Like the things that she just would pick things up so quick, but she was now ready to learn and understand basketball now. So yeah, man, she's going to be one that that's going to go down in history for Skyline.
Yeah. I heard she's all around player.
Yes, sir.
Like she could score, rebound, pass.
Yes, sir. I mean, but her leadership is really. I saw her this year with the younger ones. She would take them under her wing, and they would be riding with her places. And just it's those little things that as a coach you look at and you're like, okay, you're setting up the next era of kids coming forward. So it's all those things.
Now that she's got player of the year, what can we expect from you? Well, she got player of the year, you got coach of the year. What can we expect from y'all next season?
Next season, anything short of a ring is still going to be like I used to say anything short of a ring is a disappointment, but this year it wasn't disappointment. We made tremendous history this year. Not even this is the first year the girls have ever won, have ever beat a Meridian to go to regions in 8 years. This is the first time we have won a regional title, a district title. It's the first time the girls have. This is the first time anybody in Front Royal, I'm pretty sure, has ever even went to a state game. And so don't quote me on that, but I know Skyline-wise that state game. So a lot of history is made, but again, for this next year coming up, we got to go get one. You know, I know there's girls coming up, but we have seen some of the best. But, you know, if we can continue to grow, and it's not going to be our core, it's going to be the other ones that's coming around. If they grow this year, we have a chance of being right where we were last year. But we got a target on our back now. So
y'all made it to the top now. Everybody gunning for y'all.
Yes, sir. You can praise all you want to, but next year you beat a Skyline. Guess what you did? You did something.
Yes, sir. Because they almost won it. That's
100%.
always going to be
yes,
it.
sir. Yes,
so
sir.
y'all got to make sure y'all go out there and show everybody where it's fluke. We didn't get here by accident. We knew where we were going.
For sure. But here's the next thing, too. If you look at NBA and college, the percentage of somebody going to a championship back-to-back. Now, you got your Dukes that do it, North Carolina sometimes. You don't get me wrong, your Don Stanleys that do it. But here's the thing, that pressure goes up. They can go pick another five-star athlete. We only got whoever we got. So we lose two big pieces with Talia Van de Groot and Lizzie Scriva, two seniors. And so we got to step up. Like our game everybody's got to step up. So getting there again next year is not impossible, but it's going to take even more sacrifice than it did this year. Yeah.
Describe this past season in one word.
Bless.
Yeah.
For sure. Bless.
That's a great one.
Bless.
Bless. That's a very good one.
Yes, sir.
What advice would you give players looking to go into coaching?
Be ready for everything else that comes with it. It doesn't stop. Like season's over, and you know now you got to get your seniors ready for college. Now you got to plan for the summer for the youth. You got to plan for your pre-workouts for your girls coming up the next one. Now you got to start. Me and Coach Phil, we already started talking about some different schemes that we got to flip up because we lose to. So you got to be all the way in, and honestly too, your lifestyle has got to fit for coaching. And meaning by that is you got to have your career chosen. You got to have your family's got to be on board. Sacrifice got to be made with you and your kids. So if this is something that you're going to do, you got to be all the way in. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Charles.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother.
My brother, thank you.
Good luck next
thank
season,
you, man.
man.
Thank
I'll
you, brother.
be in the stands this upcoming season, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, fam. Oh, wait, I got to say this. Hey, top 3 defenders. Mo,
thanks.
Phil Chun, and Marcel Long. I cannot, in the area that I have seen, these 3, their competitiveness, I saw the podcast before where they were talking about this, and I had to chime in and say it. But I'm saying this on record. I've never seen 3 people like them just take pride in their defense around this area like they do. So I got to give you your props on that, family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Respect.
Let me get you out of here on these last couple of questions for you, all right?
Sir.
This is strictly between you and your brothers.
Okay.
50-yard race, who wins?
Right now?
Right now.
Oh. The last time
I'm going with Bobby because he still works out.
The last time we raced, I got them. But that was some years ago. That's some years ago.
I'm about to say, it got to be years ago.
I'm going to say even still me. I'm going to say me. The only reason why is because I'm still going to compete. And so Bobby was never a sprinter.
I don't care.
I don't think so, man. I'm going to give him a run for his money. I'm going to.
I'll give it that title to Bobby.
Hey, I don't think so.
A shootout, 5 spots, 5 basketballs.
Ooh.
Who wins?
I'm going to have to say me, just 'cause I'm a competitor. But is Bobby a better shooter? I think now he shoots more than what I do, so I gotta say, but I'm a competitive shooter, so I'm going to have to say myself. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to say me. There's no way.
You play 1-on-1.
Uh-huh.
First point wins. Bobby gets the ball. You're defending. You get 1 stop, you win. He scores, he wins. Who's winning?
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Unless he hits a player out there, I'm winning. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bobby can shoot over top me because of his length. So if he gets a shot off over top me and I'm playing good defense, it may drop. But I'm still going with myself. I can't sell myself out right now. I cannot.
So pretty much Bobby can beat you in nothing.
No, I didn't say nothing. Like, don't.
There's actual different scenarios that you pick yourself with.
Now, maybe Madden or 2K now. I think maybe because I don't play video games. But I'm still bowling. I don't care what it is. I'm going to compete. So I'm going to. I say it's going to be a 60-40 me. That's my answer.
And everything.
And the 3 things you asked is 60-40. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me one more. Wait, I need one more scenario. Give me one more.
Okay. You lined up football. You lined up. From the 50-yard line. No, that's too much for you. You ain't running that far.
Gas out
From the 30-yard line.
Uh,
to the end zone.
I mean, I'm sorry. Hey, listen, listen.
You didn't even let me finish.
That's the point. Hey.
You didn't even let me finish.
That's the point. Hey, that is the point.